Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's continue with our next SQL problem, which is department top 3 salaries. So let's see what the problem says. So we have two tables, employee which has ID, name, salary and department ID. And the second table is department table which has department ID and department name. So our task is to find or write a SQL query to find the employees who are high earners in each of the departments. So let's look at the example. So here we have the employees table and here we have the departments table. So for department ID2, that is sales, there are just two employees, so definitely these two will be in the output. And for the department ID1, which is IT, we will be only having the top three salaries, that is 85, 90 and 70, right? Let's see the output here. So here we have for IT Max, Joe, Randy and Will. So we have the top three salaries, that is 90, 85 and 70. So there can be n number of employees having the same salary, right? 90,000 there can be n, 85 there can be n. So hence these are in the output. Okay, so let's see how we can solve this. So first let me display the table. Okay, so this is a classic case of using your dense rank. So what we can do is we can add a dense rank column based on the department ID and salary in the descending order. So for each of the departments, within each of the departments, the salaries will be ranked from top to bottom. That is, highest salary will be ranked as rank 1 and lowest will be ranked as the last rank. So once we get the rank, it is our easy job to filter out the ranks where it is less than or equal to 3. Right? So for department 2, there are only two, so these will definitely be there. But for the department 1, we will get the only top 3 salaries, right? Okay, so let's write the dense rank query. So I will say select, I'll say star, comma, dense underscore rank, then over. So what we want to do, we want to partition by the departments. That is, for each of the departments, we want to have the salary ranked. So I'll say partition by your department ID and we will say order by your salary descending, right? Then I will say this as RNK. And lastly, I'll say from employee. So we got the rank. So as expected for the department 2 we just have 1 2 and for the department 1 we have 1 2 2 3 and 4. So our output should contain these 4 rows for the department 1 and these 2 rows for the department 2, right? So now we have just two tasks left to do. One thing is we have to join this, whatever this output is there, we have to join this with the department table. And after that, we will also have to filter out the rank that is less than or equal to 3, right? So for that, let me just keep a select, temporary select here. I'll not select anything because we want to only select the required rows from. So this is our first table. So this is our first table. Let me call this as E. Here only I'll call it. So now what we want to do? We want to do the join. Join with department as D and we want to say on E dot your department ID equal to D dot ID, right? So this is simple. No need to give any explanation, right? So we are just doing a normal join, nothing special. Then after this, we will have to say where E dot, because the RNK is in the E table, that is the employee table or the employee sub table that we have created, subquery. E dot RNK is less than or equal to 3, right? So this completes the join and filter condition. Now, last we have to do the select. So to select, let's go to the example or the expected output. We want the department, employee, and salary, right? So we have to select these. So for that, for the department, we need to say d dot, what's the column name? If I see here, d dot name, right? So d dot name is my department name. I'll just say department as it is given in the output. I'll say e dot name and I'll say employee. Then I will say e dot salary as salary, right? So this is our expected select query. Then I'll say I'll remove this from, so the from has gone over here. I'll just say from, correct? So then let me display this when I give some wrong department, and let's run this. Okay, so now we have got the required output. In the sales, we have just these two, and in IT, we have 90, 85, and 70. These are the three top salaries. So this is it for this question. I hope you like it. Let's meet in the next one.